Bonjour et bienvenue, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Learn French at Zenith. Je m'appelle Anamika, my name is Anamika and I am your French language trainer. If you are seeing me for the first time, then let me quickly introduce myself. I have been teaching French since 15 years now. Primarily, I help people to take DELF and TEF exams, and I've been creating content since 7 years now on various social media platforms. You can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook for daily French videos. And since you're already watching me on YouTube, then do subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you do not miss any notification. Join my classes or to buy my self-paced A1 and A2 course, you can visit my website. I'm going to put the links in bio. Alright, so let's start with this video. Here in this video, we are doing les verbes pronominaux, the pronominal verbs. I get up myself, I brush my teeth, I brush my hair, I go to bed. You must have already seen these verbs in your reading skills or in your listening skills. Here in this video, I'm going to talk about what are pronominal verbs, how to identify them, how to conjugate them, and the list of pronominal verbs that we need to know in A1 and A2 level. Again, the video that you will be seeing is the part of my self-paced A1 and A2 course. If you want to buy the entire course, please visit my website or you can WhatsApp us on the number given in the description. Alright, so let's start. Alright, so let's start with the verbs, les verbes pronominaux. Les verbes pronominaux. Les verbes pronominaux. Les verbes pronominaux, the pronominal verbs. Now, what are pronominal verbs? It's one of the most important segment of verbs and how they are different from the usual verbs. Well, it's very easy, very simple to identify a verb which is a pronominal verb. I'll give you some examples. For example, you have the verb regarder. Regarder, which means to watch. Regarder. Then we have the verb visiter, which is to visit. Visiter, regarder. Now these are the verbs, they are just one word verbs. Then we have some verbs that look like se laver or se lever or s'amuser. S'amuser. You know, you must have observed already that some verbs, they come along with this se in the beginning. Now the verb has se. This se is a pronoun. C'est le pronom. So se is a pronom, and when your verb comes along with a pronoun like this, these kind of verbs are called as the pronominal verbs. In French, we call them les verbes pronominaux. Les verbes pronominaux. Les verbes pronominaux. Even in the title itself, we have the word pronom. Pronominaux, the pronominal verbs. The singular form is le verbe pronominal. Le verbe pronominal, and the plural form is the pronominal verbs, les verbes pronominaux, les verbes pronominaux. So this is very easy. Wherever you see that se with the verb, it becomes a pronominal verb. It becomes a pronominal verb there. For example, we have here the verb se laver, s'amuser, and many more verbs. And I'm going to teach you how to conjugate these verbs in present tense as well. Now, how different these verbs are generally from the regular verbs. Very interesting. Now, these verbs express the action done on the subject itself. The subject is doing the action and the action is coming back to the subject. For example, I wash myself. So that myself is the pronoun. I get up myself. I sit myself. I enjoy myself. So that myself is a pronominal. That's a pronoun here, myself. Just to let you know, Try not to translate it in English because this concept is very different in English than in French. So see it as we do in French. Let's read this together. Un verbe pronominal, a pronominal verb, et un verbe is a verb accompagné, that comes along with. Accompagné is to come along, accompagné d'un pronom with a pronoun réfléchi, with a reflexive pronoun, par exemple, me, te, ce, nous, vous. These are the pronouns. So they should come along with the pronoun. Ce pronom indique. This pronoun indicates que le sujet, that the subject, the person who's doing the job in the sentence, effectue, is creating the action on itself. So the subject is doing the action and the action's impact is also coming onto the subject. This is what it happens. Let's see some conjugations and accordingly, and with that we can understand the meaning as well. So let's start with the first verb, which is se laver. Se laver, which means to wash oneself. This verb means to wash oneself. Se laver. For example, I take bath. If I'm taking bath, for that also we can use this verb se laver. If I'm washing my hands, for that also I can use this verb se laver. Let's see the conjugation. Very interesting. This is an er ending verb. We can see it's ending with er. So that means the conjugation is going to be just like the way you do parler, travailler, arriver, apporter. So all those regular verbs, er ending verbs, same conjugation is to be done. That means you're going to remove er and you're going to put e. With love, with je, with tu, you're going to put es. With il, elle, on, you will be adding e. With nous, you will be adding ons. With vous, you're going to add ez. With il and l, you're going to add ent. So the endings are same, the pronunciation is same. There's just one little thing that you need to take care of. That is, your sir will change as per the subject. Yes. What does that mean? Your sir with je becomes me. So it's going to be je me lave. Je me lave. I wash myself. Je me lave. Je me lave. With tu, your sir becomes te. Tu te laves. Tu te laves. With il and elle and on, your sir remains sir. Il se lave, elle se lave. Okay? Ensuite, nous. With nous, your sir becomes nous. Nous nous lavons. Nous nous lavons. With vous, it becomes vous. Vous vous lavez. Vous vous lavez. With il and elle, it remains se. Il se lave. Elle se lave. Okay? C'est ça. I'm going to read it once again. And you must repeat after me. Je me lave. Tu te laves. Il se lave. Elle se lave. On se lave. Nous nous lavons. Vous vous lavez. Il se lave, elle se lave. Bon, très bien. Now this is the verb se laver. Let's see some more examples. Let's explore some more verbs. We have another verb here, which is s'amuser. Another very important verb to enjoy oneself. I enjoy myself. Je m'amuse. Now here, because your verb starts with a vowel, amuser, your se will become s apostrophe, and in the other conjugations as well, it's going to be, instead of me, it's going to be je m'amuse. Je m'amuse, I enjoy myself. Je m'amuse, tu t'amuses, tu t'amuses, il s'amuse, Il s'amuse. Elle s'amuse. Elle s'amuse. On s'amuse. On s'amuse. Ensuite, nous nous amusons. Vous vous amusez. Il s'amuse. Elle s'amuse. Bon, très bien. We use this expression a lot. Je m'amuse beaucoup. I enjoy myself a lot. Je m'amuse beaucoup. Je m'amuse beaucoup. Let's do one more verb, which is the verb se lever. Se lever, which means to get up. To get up or to get up. Like if I get up from this chair, it's going to be je me lève. I get up. Je me lève. Faites attention. Be very, very careful, guys. This verb is se laver and this one is se lever. Voyez la différence. See the difference. Se laver, se lever. Se laver, se lever. Okay, se laver, se lever. And now we are doing the verb se lever, to get up. Se lever. Regardez ici. Je me lève. There's a little change here. Your E will take l'accent grave. Just because of the sound. Je me lève. Je me lève. Je me lève. Tu te lèves. Tu te lèves. Tu te lèves. Il se lève. Elle se lève. On se lève. Il se lève. Elle se lève. On se lève. Nous nous levons. No accent here. Nous nous levons. Vous vous levez. Il se lève. Elle se lève. That accent will come back on il and elle. Okay? C'est ça. These are the three important pronominal verbs in French. Next verb, I have conjugated it in negation. In negative sentence, it's a negative sentence here. Let's check. Let's see how the conjugation happens in the negative sentence in French. All right, so here we start. I'm going to read it once again. Je ne me repose pas. The verb is se reposer, which means to take some rest. Se reposer. Se reposer, to take some rest. In the negative form, let's check. Je ne me repose pas. Je ne me repose pas. I do not take rest. The placement of ne is before the pronoun and pa is after the verb, the conjugated verb. The placement is before ne, before the pronoun, and pa after the conjugated verb. Je ne me repose pas. Je ne me repose pas. Je ne me repose pas. Tu ne te reposes pas. Tu ne te reposes pas. Tu ne te reposes pas. Il ne se repose pas. Elle ne se repose pas. On ne se repose pas. Nous ne nous reposons pas. Nous ne nous reposons pas. Vous ne vous reposez pas. Vous ne vous reposez pas. Il ne se repose pas. Il ne se repose pas. Elle ne se repose pas. Bon. This is how you conjugate the pronominal verbs in French. You've already done the conjugation with me in the previous video. This video is going to talk about the important verbs, the pronominal verbs that we have, that we use in our day-to-day life. I'm going to show you some images and I'm going to give you the list of verbs, the vocabulary in French as well as in English. So let's start. This one. Se réveiller, se réveiller. Se réveiller, which means to wake up. When you open your eyes, wake up. To wake up. Je me réveille à 6 heures. I wake up at 6. Je me réveille à 6 heures. I wake up at 6. The next. Se lever. Se lever. Now this verb means to get up. Get up, for example, I get up from the bed or I get up from the chair. Je me lève. Je me lève. Se lever, je me lève, I get up myself. Je me lève. Next, this, to brush teeth. Se brosser. Se brosser. Se brosser, ça veut dire to brush. Se brosser. Je me brosse les dents. Je me brosse les dents. I brush the teeth. Je me brosse les dents. I can also use the verb se brosser for my hair. I brush my hair. Je me brosse les cheveux. Cheveux, hair. Je me brosse les cheveux. Je me brosse les cheveux. Next, to take shower. Se doucher. Se doucher is the verb se doucher. And in the sentence, je me douche. Je me douche. Je me douche. Alright, this one is s'habiller. S'habiller. S'habiller, which means to dress up, to wear clothes, to dress up, to get ready. S'habiller, s'habiller. Je m'habille. Je m'habille. It's like I get ready, I dress up. Je m'habille. Je m'habille. Okay. Next is the opposite of s'habiller, which is se déshabiller. Se déshabiller, which means to undress oneself. Example, je me déshabillais. Je me déshabillais. Je me déshabillais. Je me déshabillais. The next is to put the makeup on. Se maquiller. Se maquiller. Se maquiller. Je me maquille. Je me maquille. Je me maquille. Se maquiller. To comb one's hair. Se coiffer. Se coiffer. Je me coiffe. I comb my hair. Je me coiffe. Je me coiffe. The next is se reposer. Se reposer, to take rest. Je me repose. Je me repose. I take rest. The next, se promener, to take a walk. Se promener. Je me promène. Je me promène. Je me promène dans le jardin. Je me promène. The next verb, se détendre. Se détendre. Je me détends. Je me détends. Je me détends. I relax. Je me détends. Next, Se coucher. Se coucher, which means to go to bed. Se coucher. Je me couche. Je me couche. Je me couche. Alright, so these are the verbs that we use the most in our day-to-day life. And we will be using these verbs to talk about our daily routine. What do we do every day? I hope this lesson is clear. I'll see you in the next one. Over.